Continuing the chapter number 1, Basics of Information Technology, the next part is Modern Scenario. It is written that the modern impact of information technology has broadened the base of computing and communication through satellite, fiber optic mobile phone, fax machine, multimedia or hypermedia, e-commerce, m-commerce, etc. Actually, this modern scenario paragraph, or you may say that a particular this paragraph is actually explaining that in our modern time, what are the sources of communication? We can communicate with each other through satellites or fiber optic cables, mobile phones. Fax machines have been outdated now, but they were very important at certain time. Then multimedia or e-commerce and m-commerce. Commerce means the business through any physical store, and through some e-store means online store, thus enhancing the implications of this shift from single isolated technologies to a unified digital convergence, and enabling the computer users to experience a beautiful and fantastic scenario of computer utilization in the fields like they are saying that actually all of these fields are actually very helpful in order to have this particular thing of artificial intelligence, web-based applications, e-commerce, m-commerce means mobile commerce, computer animation, multimedia, hypermedia, distributed computing. These are all will be discussed sometime in detail, but for now the thing that is important to note that it may be asked as a short question that what are the modern scenarios of computer utilization and in which fields. So you can say that artificial intelligence, AI, web-based applications, e-commerce, m-commerce, which is actually the mobile commerce, and you can give any a good 2 examples or 3, because whenever a definition comes as a short answer or a you may say an MCQ, but in short answer you just have to mention at least 2 examples. That is a very good impression. There are numerous fields of computer applications, but we need not to go into the details of all those as it is beyond the scope of this book. What we need to know here is that the information technology IT has brought about a revolution in our lifestyle. We may call it the computer revolution, information revolution, communications revolution, internet revolution, multimedia revolution, or whatsoever. Revolution means anything that is going to change everything, that is past replaced by a better future. It is called revolution. So it is beyond any doubt that today we are living in a society that is making use of information highway, which is heading towards a real future global village of the human history. Then we have hardware and software. A computer is a machine that can be programmed to accept data, means input, process it into useful information, which is output. Like for example, you type something in Microsoft Word, that is you are giving this input, and if you take the printout of that particular paper, then that is called output, and hardware is your printer, and store it away in a secondary storage device, let's say. And then you also for example, you just copy and paste it in your USB storage device, or you email it to yourself in your OneDrive, then that is called your secondary storage device for safekeeping or for later you reuse. We have 4 words in this definition which are of prime importance in the whole computing process, that is machine, program, input and output. By conventions, machine is called hardware, whereas a program is known as a software. In the discussion of computer science, here input and output devices are part of the machine that can now be called as a complete computer system. So to function, a computer system requires 4 main aspects of data handling, that is input, processing, output and storage. For the and whenever it is written that you in the brackets that figure 1.1, you have to actually see on next page number 3 that a figure 1.1 is actually made, which is having the title a generalized computing environment. And always study like this. Like for example, if you are reading a paragraph and you find it that there is a figure means there is a picture, then you can then just find that picture and firstly see that. Like for example, if it is written input, then it is written input device sends data to the central processing CPU, and then in the processing part there you have that CPU, which is called central processing unit, executes the instructions. And in multiple choice questions, this abbreviation can also come. What is CPU? It is called central processing unit. And then it memory holds data and programs temporarily. Then if you just take a printout of that paper that I just gave an example earlier, then that will be your output, and output device will be your printer, makes processed data available. And if you are going to copy paste it to somewhere else, then with the help of your computer system and CPU, you are just going to store it in your secondary storage device, stores data and program. I hope this is clear. Then moving on, the hardware responsible for these four areas operates as described below. Input devices accept data in the form that the computer can use and then sends it to the processing unit, as I gave the example of the print out. The processor CPU has the electronic circuitry that manipulates input data into the form of useful information, and you just have to memorize the very basic what is CPU, and this can come as a short answer. The processor actually executes the instructions programs in a logical sequence. Output devices show us the processed data, that is information in the shape of what we want. Then storage usually means secondary storage, which consists of secondary storage devices such as hard disk, floppy diskettes, CDs, etc., which can store data and programs outside the computer itself. As we have, I think we are all familiar what is a CD, and these devices are actually in supplement main memory, which can hold data and programs only temporarily. Then we have hardware devices. Following are the main hardware devices in any computer system. Input devices, that is keyboards, mouse, microphones, etc. Input devices are those devices with the help of which you can actually transfer your data into your computer system. Like you can give any command with keyboard, mouse or microphone. Then output devices are printers, speakers that actually generate something. Printers, speakers, like printers will give you a printout, speakers are going to give you voice, and monitors, they are going to give you the screen output. Main memory comprising of RAM and ROM. Then we have I/O device, that is terminals, touch screen, etc. Secondary memory, that is hard disk, floppy disk, compact disk, tape, etc. And I/O actually stands for input output device. They can also work in conjunction, that is side by side. Like terminals, touch screen, you are touching it, this is giving the input, and after touching the screen is showing you something, that is your output. Interconnectors, that is cables, ports, buses, etc. And networking devices, that is modem, bridge, router, etc. Now what are modems or what are bridge routers? The devices that actually work to give you or your home a particular Wi-Fi connection. These are modems. And software classification, software can be classified into the following two categories. There are two types of softwares, like system software, anything which cannot be touched, it is called software classification. And system software and application software, and anything that you can actually touch and it is actually in the hard form, those are hardware devices. Then system software is used to control the usage and allocation of different hardware components and enables the other sub-application programs to execute. For example, operating systems, like you have a software in your computer system, then that is going to control your hardware, and it has the following things like operating system, utility programs, that is backup or restore, and drivers. The system software may be a combination of many such programs. Then application software, like an app. Application software is a software that has been developed to solve a specific problem or to provide audio, video or multimedia entertainment to the users. Like you install WhatsApp or you install YouTube, those are all applications. It may be categorized as custom built or packaged. Custom built means somebody actually made it customized for somebody else. They actually told them, okay, we want these features, and packaged means it will be just a generalized one. They have to adjust it with it. So custom built software, this is a software that is designed and developed for a particular customer. The custom built software is discussed in detail in section 1.6, coming systems development. And packaged software, this software is the kind of the shell programs or components developed for sale to the potential software developers oblique users for their use. The examples are, like for example, if somebody develops Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, Personal, Oracle, etc. Few of these are discussed in the coming chapters, because I think that these are all the packaged applications that run on our computer systems to actually give you something productive.